I like that still because really enough people on earth now, them not have not them really intentional, you know. And it kind of stop them because I realize so when you're intentional, you have a higher self-esteem, you do more self-evaluation. But the people them when are intentional, them become more passive, more reserved, and then it's like them not have no keen sense of awareness, so to speak. So when you're intentional, it open a whole heap of different doors for you. So even if you have intentional people who would I say are type A individuals who are gonna come with attitude and all of that, but at least them intentional. A man like Donald Trump now, if you want to use an example, him intentional with being a fascist. So it's like
Yo,
why
yeah, no, is that I just did I talk about that just a while ago. I said, listen, Joe Biden with him, cool, to celebrate. I don't know why not celebrate, because he's choosing the lesser evil, less evil. No one really knows. See? I mean, I know. No, it's not. I will answer for everyone. No, it is not. See? Matter of fact, hold on. The call I got paused because you can hear my audio. And you can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
So this morning, I put up something on my status and say it's choosing lesser evil, less evil. My mom sent me 1 Peter 3 chapter 3 verse 9. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult, but with blessing, because to this you are called so that you may inherit a blessing. Cool, right? Mother's blessing, like my mom always remind me of self and remind me of scripture. I give thanks for that. However, that scripture they can't help what I go on right now. Because I can tell you the truth.
Facts.
Everyone there celebrate. I'm saying, oh, John, 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. I mean, just meditate for it. I'm saying, but John, people are celebrate, my Lord. Like, do you know how evil you have to display yourself? Because a display of evil, you know. That is what Trump is, you know. That's what Trump is that enough people don't get to see. It's as outright. It's a man being himself.
True.
It's a man being him truthful, lying, conniving. You hear me say? Truthful, lying, conniving, evil self. And I can appreciate that in the sense that I know say I must stay far from you. Yeah. I know say you have brought down a judgment in the earth regarding the fascist movement, regarding the white supremacy movement. You have now shown me which doctors not to go to, which lawyers not to go to, because them always say KKK and white supremacists, they go back after they left their meeting, them go back to being your doctors, your pharmacists, your lawyers, your all of them, your police officers, all of them. You have now showed me the true colors of America, because I, living in Jamaica, being a Jamaican, never know say America did still so racist. I didn't know say racist. I don't think the whole world didn't know that, Junior.
Americans know still in.
I don't, Junior. Tell the truth, Junior. Would you 5 years ago, if me did tell you, say, probably because the way you think. However, 5 years ago, me tell you, say, some man there go storm the street with gun and just look on you and say, vote for Trump. You'd say, yeah?
Yeah, man, we are saying,
come on, man. You know,
now, remember we here on the rock, so we know the real thing.
Say you're there, you know, and I'm back and forth a lot. And I know, say, Florida is not Fort Lauderdale and Florida is not Miami.
Nah, fire.
Florida is Nashville. Florida is Jacksonville. Florida is everywhere else. There's some places in Florida that never get mentioned.
Hey, check this. This is how it works, especially what I notice when people come up from either Jamaica or abroad. When you visit somewhere, right? A lot of times you're in a cluster. So as a Jamaican person, most likely you're going to be in a Jamaican community. Yes, you may go to particular places, but for the most part, you're in that nucleus of your culture.
Yeah.
So you start to have that perception that this is the land, and that's like if a man go to Jamaica and go to a hotel. What's the name? Have a joke Chris Rock talking about. He went to Jamaica, right? And when he got to the hotel, they were giving him a strawberry daiquiri, and he was saying how he was able to disregard or forget some of the highest poverty he ever saw in his life. You get
yeah, I know the joke.
All right, so, and it's just that vibe in the sense that when we go places, we're not really, especially as a visitor, we don't really get exposed to that culture. And America does a great job through media of really presenting itself in a way that is totally false.
Yeah.
You know, and when you were talking about in regards to truth with Trump is that majority people may not want to accept this, but majority, in my belief, it is majority of politicians have the same views. He's just vocal about it. I think that's the only difference.
That's all, bro. G. Brother, I must say Hillary Clinton did some evil thing in her life already, you know, before she even tried to be the private president, you know. Remember, say, brother, say Bush was an idiot, you know. Like, I'm not afraid to say them things, you know what I say? Down to Barack, who everybody praise. I can respect certain things when him do, but not everything I can respect because I know say he was not in control of his own actions. He might have had good intentions, but even that me not know. I can't know for sure. Because the post president of United States of America, the post itself is an evil thing. You're running
Yeah,
an
man,
evil
you're the
nation.
head of a fascist nation where we push capitalism on everybody
Yeah,
around the
it's
world.
an evil nation. It's an evil nation, full stop.
Mhm.
It's not real, brother. The place not real. There's a place where I may go back to history now. On a historical level, what is America? You know, America was a newfound land. It was a place
Colony.
it was once you had a boat in Europe and you wanted to leave Europe, it was rich enough to leave, all you had to do was sail to America and just set up land, you know. That's it, you know. You hear me just a while ago? Sail to America and set up land. Kill who you need to kill, take the land, you're good. Your family are going to always own that land where you have for the rest of its generations. There's no government to take it back. There's no nothing because the first deed was established with you. I saw enough people get land. I saw them name there. I saw them, I don't want to call nobody name. I saw them name there. End up be very rich in America because they came. So they had an import-export business. So they had anything at all. So they were like literally just a miser, what you call the person? Not miser, merchant. So they were just something simple. Them used to sell swords. Them used to sell, I don't know. All they had to do was get a map, sail to America, and set up shop. And just live. And see, once you live there, so it done, bro. So when enough of the people them came to America, even after World War, when people start move there now on an intentional basis, because people in the scientists and physicists in Berlin, in Germany that used to work for Hitler, enough of them people there who were under his regime in a negative way, like they were being forced to work for Hitler. They had to leave the country. Enough people, enough little history going. Like people just there left the place and they come live in America. When they came over, even in the before time, they brought their what would I call it? Their traditions with them. And them traditions and all them things. So people think that, for instance, French fries is an American thing. You kill people dead even the youth them in America right now think that that pizza come from America, and they think it's an American thing. They think that burgers and all them things there. They think there's no national dish for America, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, right, man.
You know why there's no national dish for America? Because there's no cultural food in America.
There's no culture at all.
There's no culture. Wait, no. There is culture. There is culture. I'm gonna tell you what the culture is.
Capitalistic culture.
The culture is a watered down, traditional, capitalistic culture. So, for instance, Italians came over, or whoever came over, made pizza for the first time and say, "Oh, they're gonna start a food chain of pizza," and water down the people them tradition. Because imagine if somebody did carry ackee and saltfish from 1700s, I don't know, from long time to America, and water that down and start their own food chain of it. Brother, I would have pissed, you know. Would have upset, you know. Would have vexed, you know, bro. Worse if it's not a Jamaican own that, you know.
Yeah, so, you know, plagiarism takes place in America.
So that is what that, you know. You ever see the reaction of an Italian when they when they tell them say like them you want to get Domino's or you want to get pizza or one of them things there. You want to see Italians treat American pasta, pizza and all them things that every other culture when it comes down to anything that is American made.
Long.
Because they water down the versions of people culture so heavy that nothing is left, my lord. How is fried chicken? I mean, I eat chicken and them things there. How is fried chicken, bro? KFC, a Kentucky thing with a white man face for it, Sir Colonel standards. How is that possible in a life when fried chicken is a black thing? It's a black slave thing at that.
Yeah, man, them good at that, man, because plagiarism are the ultimate thing when we see them practice in America, you know, where you take this because them have this damnation thing. Can you see, earlier there I mentioned something, I even forget for even all the reason on it same way. When there I mentioned about the corporation and most of the small companies, them being owned by a large corporation. But you have a next part of that now where every corporation within a capitalistic nation is a person. So it's like one person owning the next person, so it's a next form of slavery.
Yeah.
And them really play upon that and show it under our nose. That's why they talk about the propaganda and the way how they deliver the message. I think what come to my brain to was also when me and Junior always reason about Edward Bernays, what them call the father of public relations. The way him say something about that in one of them interviews them where him say you have to know how you deliver a message. And sometimes when a country like United States or the president in particular deliver a message, them have different names for call one thing. And the way them call different names now, it change your mindset to it.
They spoke about the idea of manufacturing consent, creating an image, creating a culture, creating a brand in itself. You know, whether it be a country, whether it be for personal.
America have branding, you know? Them not have no culture.
Our reality.
Well, let me hear you say mountain.